information. He sent Loki. The attack on New York, that's him.
This is it.
Iron Man fought with all of his heart against Thanos and literally brought out all of the big guns.
It's not a metaphor, guys. Go grab some big guns.
But in the end, it still wasn't enough to stop Thanos and prevent the snapping. If you'd like to enter my giveaway for a chance to win a copy of Infinity War, Deadpool 2, or Ant-Man and the Wasp on Blu-ray, as well as some special edition posters, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below with your thoughts and your favorite superhero. Out of all the Avengers that were left after the snap, Tony is the one that took this defeat the most personally. Tony had been preparing for this moment, this attack from Thanos, since the events of the first Avengers movie. Tony is the one in the first Avengers movie who flew the nuke into space and is the only Avenger that saw the full extent of Thanos' army.
Anybody remember when I carried a nuke through a wormhole?
No, it's never come up.
Save New York?
Never heard that.
Recall that?
We're the Avengers. We can bust arms dealers all the live long day, but that up there, that's the end game.
We learned from Iron Man 3 that this severely scarred Tony and gave him very extreme PTSD, because he knew that this army would one day come back and attack. And from that moment, he began to prepare for an imminent attack from Thanos. From this moment, Tony began to prepare for this attack in many different ways. Tony actually designed Ultron to be a defense against Thanos' army when it came. But we all know how that worked out. Then, after the events of Age of Ultron, Tony then began to focus on his technology and his Iron Man armor. We then learned from the Avengers Infinity War Prelude comics that Tony has been focusing on what he calls the real threat and the end of all things, of course referring to Thanos and his army. And of course, after the events of Civil War and him and Captain America broke up, as he says in Infinity War, Tony decides that it is going to be up to him alone to prepare for this attack, and of course his preparation was the nanotech armor. We see his design for the Mark 50 in the comic, as well as the Iron Spider suit. So, to Tony, the Mark 50 nanotech suit was his ultimate defense against Thanos when he came. To Tony, the ability for the nanoparticles to form whatever weapon Tony thought of was enough to defeat Thanos. But it obviously wasn't, and here's the thing about the nanotech suit. It was the best Tony could do. Tony can't create anything better than his Mark 50 nanotech suit. We learned this from Joe Russo himself. Joe Russo said that the journey that Tony's been on as a genius scientist is that the evolution of his armor. This is the best it's ever going to get for Tony, and it still is not enough to beat Thanos. In fact, it barely keeps him in the fight. So this is basically Joe Russo saying that this is Tony at his very best, and he barely put up a fight against Thanos. In fact, I don't think Thanos was actually trying that hard. And now Tony knows this. He knows that he can't defeat Thanos, at least in his current state. This is most likely why Avengers 4 is rumored to take place 5 years into the future. Tony needs time to work on his suits. He knows that right after the snap, he can't do anything against Thanos. He just got his butt kicked. He needs to upgrade and enhance his suits. He needs to go further along in his technology development. And this is also probably why time travel comes into play in Avengers 4. He knows he can't defeat Thanos currently, so he has to go back in time and either stop Thanos from getting all of the Infinity Stones or collect Infinity Stones himself. Either way, Tony knows that he cannot defeat Thanos in the present time right now. He just gave him his very best and it did nothing. So Tony's gonna have to figure out another way to defeat Thanos in Avengers 4. So let me know what you think Tony's going to do to further prepare himself to take on Thanos in Avengers 4. Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like the video so you can enter the giveaway and stay up to date on everything related to Avengers Infinity War and Avengers 4. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.